All right, sorry about that. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Um, I know I said it a couple times this week and it didn't work out that way, but today is going to be a short show. Today is going to be a short show. I'm going to say hello to everyone. Hello. Um, so I'm going to say hello to everyone, and then I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. So let's go. Robert Willis, what's up? David, David, why is it doing this? I don't like that. Hold on. Okay, yes. Try to do some Halloween stuff. I don't like that. Good afternoon, David. Good afternoon. And the little baby is actually here. She's here. That's why I was late. Fridays is now my day to go pick up the little baby. So I'll probably be late on Fridays. And that is what it is. Ross says, why do I have him blocked on both of his profiles? I don't have you blocked. I don't have you blocked. Maybe you have me blocked. I don't even know what that means. Um, Good afternoon, Terry, checking in from downtown. Short show is better than no show. Regina, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Mary, good afternoon. Dwayne, good afternoon. Vincent, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Samuel, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Anthony, good afternoon. Diane, good afternoon to you. Thank you all for supporting the show. Jeannie, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Stephanie, good afternoon to you as well. We got Andrea, good afternoon, Andrea. Antria, good afternoon. Good afternoon. We got Brenda, good afternoon. And Phyllis, good afternoon. Janice, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Um, and that's it so far. I'll put the chat up. Valerie, good afternoon, young lady. Uh, I don't. It's funny to me because I think Valerie is a dude. Brent, good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right. I told y'all today is going to be a short show, and I mean it. It's going to be a short show, a really short show. My heart is a little heavy, but I need y'all. I need y'all help. I need y'all help. Jeffrey, good afternoon. Cleopatra, good afternoon. Phyllis, good afternoon. But I need y'all help. If this is a if everybody just won't apply to, if you believe in prayer, right? If you believe in prayer and you believe in God, you believe God to be a healer, I need you to pray for somebody. I'm as serious as I can be now. A good friend of mine is having. I need y'all to pray for somebody. Just Sterling. Pray for Sterling. Pray for healing. That's it. That's it. Never done this before. Probably will never do it again. Pray for Sterling. Pray for healing. That's it, because it ain't my business to tell, to share, although it's been shared, but but yeah, he's my friend, and yeah, do that for me if y'all don't mind. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That's it. What else? What else? There was something that I had to talk about, but then that came up in my. I can't really think of anything else that I wanted to discuss. But there was something else. So if there's something that you'd like to discuss, you can give me a call, 513-717-5464. You can put it in the chat. Yeah. You can put it in the chat and we can discuss it. But right now, I'll be honest. And when I say I got the word, when I got the word, uh, I kind of forgot about everything else. I kind of forgot about everything else, and I know there are things going on. I know there are things going on that I can discuss. Uh, Hold on. Let me just look at some news, I guess. Um, they are still looking for the guy who did the mass shooting in Maine. They are still looking for him. They say they found what they believe to be a suicide note. They say they found what they believe to be a suicide note. So that's why they got divers looking in the river or in the water. I don't know if it's a lake or river or what, but they got divers looking in the water for him. So I don't know. I don't know. Of course, I don't know what drives a person to go on a shooting spree. I don't know what drives a person to do that. So it's terrible to say, but you kind of hope that's the outcome. You kind of hope, that's the outcome. You can't go back and change anything that has happened up to this point. So you can't bring those people that he killed back. And, him being found and arrested and going through trial and all of that kind of stuff. If he made up his mind to do that, hopefully that's the outcome. He did what he did, and they find the body, and it's over. And I know that won't bring closure to a lot of people because people want to see punishment doled out and all that kind of stuff. And yes, Stephanie, they found his car and all of that kind of stuff, weapons in the car, and yes, he left a suicide note. But Phyllis says sterling, like silver, sterling silver. I'm sorry, I saw Stanley, and I'm like, I understand. I might have not have said it super clear. But yeah, you don't hope somebody, but it's even, it's difficult. It's difficult to even say that because you don't, well, I should just speak for me. I don't wish to see harm come to anyone, even somebody who did something so heinous. I don't want to see harm come to anyone. But that would kind of wrap everything up. He would no longer be a danger to himself, to society. People, we want him to be alive. We want answers. And what answer could he possibly give you? What answer could he probably give you? Stanley. I don't know who Stanley is, but you go ahead and pray for Stanley too. Stanley probably need it. Stanley probably, whoever Stanley is, he probably need prayers too. So go ahead, pray for Stanley. And yes, Stephen, forgive me, but yeah, it's a difficult thing. It's a difficult thing. Hold on, the chat ain't coming up. I'm sorry, y'all. The chat is not coming up on the side here. I don't know why. Hold on, I'm going to do this. If I disappear, I'm not gone anywhere. If I disappear, I'm not gone anywhere. Yeah, I didn't shut it down or anything like that. Let's see if we can get it. Get the chat up. All right. So, all of those previous comments, I don't see them. So when you guys start send messages, then Princess Flower says the chat was there. I couldn't see it. I'm sorry. I couldn't see the chat. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm back. I can see it now. So um let's see. He was on a killing mission, a killing spree. Sad. If his body hasn't been found, he may still be alive. True. And that's what they gotta keep looking for. They gotta keep looking for him. So you gotta people, man, what is I don't know what's okay, you can't put this on mental this and mental that. But in his case, like I really, I guess I kind of believe him. He had some mental issues. So sometimes you can put it on. I don't partially. I don't know that mental issues necessarily make you. Well, they don't. A lot of people have mental issues and they don't go out on a killing spree. So we know it's not necessarily the case. Yo wants to know, can we toast after the show? Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all can toast. Absolutely. I would call in, but my phone is not connected to the car's Bluetooth. And you know those Bama troopers don't play. Yeah, don't get hemmed up. Don't get hemmed up. Renita wants to know, was it verified his handwriting? I don't know. I don't know about all of that. I guess just taking the word for first believing the report and then taking the word of the people who delivered that to the people who reported it. We don't get a whole lot of stuff firsthand. But I'm going to believe him on this one. They found a note that he wrote, and yeah. Again, that don't mean that he did it. That don't mean that he has, taken his own life. But you never know. You never know. Hold on a second. You all right over there, little baby? I had to check. She was on the phone. She's supposed to be eating. She wasn't eating. She was just watching the phone. Mary says there's good and evil. Evil was in him. Well, I know what he did was bad. No doubt about it. What he did was bad. Stephanie says it depends on the type of mental illness a person has that makes them take lives. Janice don't give a D about his mental state. She says, I bet he knows what he doesn't want done to himself. Okay. So, Janice, are you just saying, and I'm asking the question, are you saying, like, look, mental illness, we shouldn't use that as a factor at all? I don't, it's, it's difficult. It's difficult. At least I view it as being a little more difficult than just, you know, I don't care about his mental state. Mary says sane people kill as well. That's true. That's true. I'm not, I don't have anything, I didn't bring anything down here to drink. I didn't even bring any water down here. So I told you, mentally, I'm kind of elsewhere. Um, what else is going on? Oh, I saw the story, like a heartbreaking story. Why am I thinking of all these heartbreaking stories? The heartbreaking story of what, a 4-month old dead here in Cincinnati. Someone was arrested for that, or at least someone was arrested for that. They haven't really said. Well, there's not much information given at all. Cincinnati police, woman arrested in death of 4-month-old infant. Who kills a 4-month-old? Only thing I could think is maybe some tragic accident or something. That's the only thing I can think of. A woman been arrested in the death of a 4-month-old infant in the West End. Janasia Green, 23. She was arrested on an open murder warrant for the death of a 4-month-old infant. They didn't say whether or not she's related to the infant. Who hurts a 4-month-old? No, I didn't bring anything downstairs. I didn't bring anything with me downstairs. Renita want to know why they plead insanity on every open shooting. Some people just evil and gonna do what they want. I understand that. Look, I really do understand that. But I think this case is like, I mean, this is a person who was in a facility because of some mental issues. So that's different than somebody with no diagnosed or, previous anything, and then they do something and they like, oh, I plead insanity. That's different than, somebody coming out of a facility. That's different. Ain't it? Read your comment. Oh, hold on. Where did I see? Oh. I have a family member with mental illness. It's very difficult to see and accept they are not who they once were. We as a society should be concerned about mental illness. You never know when or if it can affect your life. Very true. Very true. Jen is clarifying. She says, I'm merely saying it's overused. I'm sympathetic with mental illness, but if you ask that same person if they would want, you spelled it wrong, a heinous thing done to them, they would most likely say no. I understand that. I understand. Schizophrenia is real. Yeah. I don't know about mind control. I don't know about that. I think that might be pushing it a little bit. And I'm not even saying I don't necessarily believe in some level of mind control. I'm not saying I don't believe in it. I'm just saying I'm not sure that was the case here. I'm not sure that was the case here. But yeah, the world is going crazy. All right, let's talk about this for a second. Hold on, let me look up something real quick. Hold on. All right. There's a person who has decided that he is going to run and challenge Joe Biden in he's trying to primary Joe Biden. He's going to run for president. Representative Dean Phillips, he's out of Minnesota. He says he admires President Biden, but he believes it's time for a new generation. Biden is 80. And I want to, because I don't want to I don't want to get into the whole idea, because it partially sometimes feels like age discrimination. But 80 years old, is he too old to be the president? Is it time to move on from Joe Biden? Now, look, don't get me wrong. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not falling for the let's not vote for Joe Biden because he's too old trap. I'm not falling for that. But I'm asking a legit question. All right, the framers of the Constitution put a bottom age. You're not eating, little baby. Little baby. You're not eating. You need to eat. Do I need to take the phone? You sure? As if she's going to say yes. All right. And Janice, I'm not saying to vote for him. But I'm asking what I think is a legitimate question. The framers, they gave us a minimum age. Should there be a maximum age? Should you age out? Like, I know in certain areas, which here, and I don't remember what the age is. Once you get to a certain age, you can't be a judge. Once you get to a certain age, that's it. You can't be a judge no more. They say, like, look, and at least in my mind, the mentality behind it is it doesn't necessarily mean that you're incapable of doing things, but you're just at an age where we feel like you might be a little old for this. Should there be a age where you just age out and you're like, okay, look, 70 years old. Once you hit 70, that's it. Once you hit 70, that's it. If you get in office at 69, then okay, you can finish. 73 or whatever. But you can't run again. Mary says there's a healthy 80 and an 80 that's not capable of communicating with the people. But it's still 80. It's still 80. So are you saying, and again, this is a question, are you saying age don't matter, like competency and the ability to communicate and all that kind of stuff should matter? So then should there be some sort of a mental test to be the president? Now, I'm with that. And I don't think, but you start that mental test at the age of, no. If we say there should be a mental test to be the president, everybody should have to do the mental test. And it should be at least once a year. Once a year. You got to do the mental test. Whatever the mental test we determine is. Janice said, yes, there should be age and term limits. 100% I'm on term limits. For all of this stuff. For all of this stuff. And I know, some of our heroes and whatever. You shouldn't, I don't believe. You should be able to kind of meander around government your entire life. I don't think you should. Oh, but some people got a heart to serve, this serve in some other way. But I think there should be term limits all over the place. Retirement age should be set for any job. Stephanie says, now you know that question wasn't going to get a positive response or anything at all about the phone. I know. But you got to ask the question to get it in their mind that I might take the phone. Vernon says, Joe Biden is an 80-year-old man, meaning he's 80, but looks and walks and talks like someone much older. I don't know about that. Well, I guess it all depends. I think there should be an upper age limit. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think it should be 80. I think it should be much lower, like 70, which I still think is kind of pushing it. I still think 70 is kind of pushing it. Because and people act like Donald Trump is 77. And mentally, I don't know that he's ever been, you know what I'm saying, what seemed to be stable. You watch him while he's out there on the campaign trail. Sometimes he's talking and you can't understand what he's saying. And you'd be like, what did he say? So it's like neither of them, I'm all right with a test, though. Regina says, yes, there should be an upper age limit. Twin says, what's up, short man? Twin, I did a little bit of research. First, earlier today, you said that the Gangster Disciples was not a gang. It was an organization. Bro, stop. Who are you trying to fool? It's in the name. It's in the name. The Gangster Disciples. It was a gang. Don't come at me with that. We wasn't a gang. That was a gang. Come on. And you might be onto something about that whole when I don't remember the Black Disciples, I believe it was formed. It was not necessarily for crime. All right? I'll give you that. Maybe it wasn't necessarily for crime. I think it quickly turned to crime. But it may not have been started as a vehicle for crime. But I think it turned that way quickly. But to say they're not a gang, it's not the organizational disciples. That's what they said. We want no gang, we're an organization. We ain't no gang, we're an organization. It's not the organizational disciples. Oh, twin. All right, twin. Let's do it. Twin!
Yeah, you put some respect on my name. Don't you ever come at me like that, man.
Like what?
Somehow, I might be wrong and all that. You know, I was right at
You
first.
are you are
I told
100% wrong when you say the Gangster Disciples is not a gang.
They not, man. I'm trying to tell you, 1960, well, what, 1966, 70, 71, 66. Hoover and Nixon said that, man. They implicated that stuff that we a gang. No, we was an organization before anything, man. Y'all put it on there. Hey,
Oh,
man,
goodness.
we formed that after Black Panthers, man. When Black Panthers came about, then we like, oh, we got to ride behind them. That's why we was doing education for the kids, everything. And then they the one labeled as a gang. After it got violent and everybody was seeing what was going on in the 60s and 70s.
It got violent. It got violent. Drugs are being sold.
Why
People
you
are
think the drugs were sold? The white folks brought the drugs in, man.
It don't matter who brought the drugs. If
it's
you
just a black person took heed and say, I can make some quick money.
Twin. If you give me 1 million pounds of cocaine and then I create an organization to sell that cocaine and I beat and murder people who try to sell their cocaine on my turf, bro, I created a gang.
There ain't no gang, man. It's about I need my money. It's do's and don'ts to this.
It's illegal activity, organized.
When the government,
it don't matter. It don't matter if the government brought it in. It's still illegal. It's illegal to murder people.
They doing illegal stuff every day.
Twin.
Why you think they won't pass? They find a cure for cancer when they know they got the cure because the pharmaceutical got to make money.
Twin.
If they don't make money, come on, man.
Twin.
You see, you lost in the sauce and stuff.
Twin.
What's up, man?
They murder people, bro. They murder people.
If you ain't got my, that's it, anywhere. You ain't got my money. They killing over $5. You ain't got my money. What you think?
It's a gang.
Somebody get. Huh?
It's a gang.
So Mac Buddy owed him $5 down here. He killed him because he was in a gang.
Are they in a gang?
No,
are they?
Gang. He killed them over $5.
All right. So here's the question. Here's the question. Is it an organization that sets out to do criminal behavior?
No. Back then it wasn't.
I ain't talking about back
right
then.
Now, yeah.
Right. It's a gang.
Yeah, because they locked out the leader.
It was a gang.
It was a gang. Obama would have went in there and pardoned him. Everything would have been cool.
No, they would have still. They were already doing illegal activities before they locked up the leader. Stop it.
No, they wasn't at first.
You keep going back to at first. We're not talking about 61, 62. We talking about in the 80s. They
doing that into the 90s, late 80s and 90s. That's when they start pushing that dope and cocaine heavy. What are you talking about?
That might have been when they start pushing it heavy. That might have been when they start pushing it heavy, but that ain't when they start pushing it.
Man, you got to do your research. You doing petty research. See, if you don't know the history about Chicago, you shouldn't speak about it.
Bro.
See, you're a death man.
All I know.
That's what you is, a straight death.
That's right. That's right. I am.
You don't even.
I'm not in a gang.
You don't even know the history.
I'm not in a gang.
You don't know the history of really gangsters in Cincinnati.
You said that the Gangster Disciples is not a gang. It is an organization. It is a gang, bro. It's a gang.
Hoover and Nixon made it a gang. He the one told y'all Ganoufi's dead. See, you don't let you go off.
Hold on, twin. Hold on. Okay, let me ask you this. Simple question. What year is it?
You know what year. Look at your watch in your Facebook.
I'm asking the question for a reason.
It's 2023. What you gonna do?
Is the Gangster Disciples a gang?
No.
So in 2023,
no, man.
they are not a gang.
The structure is messed up. No, the organization is messed up. You took the leaders away. Now, man, you go up there, Chicago, like.
So then, what are they now? So what are they now?
I mean, you got some GDs and so old school, whatever. But if you go up there, you got renegade GDs.
Right. So what are they?
GDs.
So what are they?
They probably a gang now.
That's what I just.
I mean, you talking about now? I'm talking about back then. It's a gang now or whatever.
I just
you got these
asked
new news out here.
Okay. All right.
I know what you just asked. You trying to make me a dummy, change the whole question around and stuff.
I was
I ain't
real
gonna
clear.
listen to
I
your
asked you
BS.
what year
No.
it was. You said 2023. That let me know that you realize there is right now. And I asked you, what are they right now? And you said they ain't no gang.
Man, that's a crazy question to even ask me that, man. You
How
know
is that?
what it is today.
Oh, my goodness. You the one said it's not.
Is it Facebook on here today? Well, was it back in 2000? Was it back in 1977 now?
You the one who said it's not a gang.
No,
I didn't say that.
Question? Was Facebook back in 1977?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah. Okay, don't ask no crazy question, man. You know what the answer goes to. Yeah,
what did that prove?
But it's not no structure of guidance right now, man. You got I don't know what they made of. You got the doggy gang out there, which I ain't never heard of. The Snoop Snatchers, I ain't never heard of. Come on, who your chief? Who your leader? What law y'all following under and whatever. I mean, it's so much now. People make their own gang up right now. But right now, what I'm trying to tell you, get to the point is, the government messed the whole black community up when he bought that dope here, and then y'all want to put cases on people, Reagan and all them want to put cases on people, mess the whole structure up, man. They knew what they was doing, Emanuel, when they was doing that. So it's crazy how society is. That's why people, well, get out and vote, do this. Man, hell with that, man. I'm tired of people saying, come to me with that BS, because there ain't nothing but nonsense. Vote for what? So you can lie to me 4 more years? You don't come to my community. Only time you come to the community when you want the black votes or whatever to make you look good. You don't come out here every day through the week or weekend or whatever, spend time and sit down. What we can do to help the community? What we can do there? Y'all fighting over so you go get the infrastructure on that money for the railroad. Y'all can't even come to conclusion with that. How we go do this, lead these black folks to vote on this? It's going to be a sucker black person go turn on us. What? A sellout, straight sellout to sell us a what way? Hey, we got the money now. I got all these votes, or do a TV commercial, or go on somebody's show to pump up the black people and stuff, and they go fall for the okie doke. There ain't enough money, man. If y'all go do that, then they go behind the back. How you gonna have a closed out meeting without the people knowing? Even the councilman don't know. Only one know is the mayor, and I know he getting paid. I know he is under the table, and that's a shame, man. You doing commercials and everything else to pump it up. No, I ain't following you. Phony just like Cranley is too. That was some undercover Republicans, man. Pump faking for the underlay. Forget that, man. I'm keeping it real, and I mean that, man, to my heart, because they bogus out here. What they doing in Cincinnati. That's why I wish it was like back in the 90s.
Bro, they just an organization. It's just an organization. You can't be mad at the organization, right?
Man, you're right. It's a greedy, money-hungry organization.
And there's nothing wrong with that, right?
To make their pockets fat, it is what it is. All right. I ain't got no say-so, but I ain't vote for them clowns. That's what I ain't gonna do, to come in my face and lie to them. You can't get reparation 40 acres in a mule.
But then you always got that kind of in your pocket to say, I didn't vote for it. And if that makes you feel empowered, then you got to do what you got to do to feel empowered.
Voting stuff don't even count. Just like y'all put Obama in there because I really voted for him, and I thought he was gonna help out Chicago and everything else.
But your vote didn't count.
He was a damn puppet for them. He knew what he was doing.
It didn't matter. It don't matter because your vote didn't count.
You damn right it didn't. I voted the first time. The second time, getting your clown ass up out of here. So you're a goofy, man.
Stop. So you should stop saying you voted for him if you acknowledge that your vote didn't count.
Man, I thought that my vote count. Who was running? Matter of fact, wasn't nobody running with him. Who was running against some goofies? You knew he was going to win because the white folks knew he was going to win. That's why they put him up in there. He was selected before he was elected. You better get that right and know it.
So stop saying you voted for him because your vote did not count.
It counted that time. Who was running?
What?
Who was there around with?
Wait, you can't have it both ways. Either your vote count or your vote. Your vote count or your vote don't count. Now, which is it?
My vote is not going to count on this one. Not this one.
Well, that's because you're not going to vote. But you can't tell people don't vote because your vote don't count anyway.
You just said,
you just said,
make me a dummy.
Hold on. Did you say earlier Now, this is a question. Did you say just a few minutes ago, or
Now we on
probably
the
less
bench
than a
now.
minute ago, did you say it don't matter who you vote for because your vote don't count?
It
Did you
ain't
say
gonna
that?
count, man. They go put whoever they want to up in there, man.
So
Stop
then,
playing, man. Don't.
if a vote don't count, stop saying you voted for Obama because your vote didn't count.
I voted for him. I don't know if it counted or count. He got up in there by them 13 girls. I know that. He got up in there. They selected before they elect. They knew what time it was. Ain't nobody good that's gonna go against. He's a smart, intelligent, almost look like us. Let's sell these Obama phone. Let's catch it, Ben Laden, and give them good health care. And hey, you Negroes, shut up. Just like they say, shut up and dribble. Come on, man. These some clowns out here, man. Y'all fall for that okie doke. All y'all do, man. Y'all some cutthroats too. A lot of people around here and across the board. Whatever. When they say money talk, BS walking, they really showing they had, especially this year. And next year, Lord's will, we probably ain't gonna have an election because there's gonna be some okie doke in the game.
And
They
just so
focus
hold
on-
on, just so I'm
only
clear,
focus is Trump next
just
year.
hold on, just so I'm clear, the people who vote and follow the law and try to have their voices heard within the system is some old okey doke, neutron, square,
Okay, you got
whatever.
you got Al Sharpton and all them. Why they don't push the issue on this, man? Listen here, Bite. Y'all Democrats and all that. Why Trump or big timers, Tom Jordan, Lincoln, whoever? Why y'all don't push the issue on the radio or go to the White House and be like, listen here, clown, we got to stop this. Y'all focusing on this. Why tell me that, man? Why he don't come on his radio station or TV show, Sharpton, and say something like that? You more powerful. You a civil rights leader.
Hold on, but
Why
say
he don't
something
never-
like what? What do you want him to say?
Why he don't break it down like, man, we got to come to some type of agreement conclusion to stop how we go stop this bite. Please tell me how we go stop this. Why he ain't never come on there? If you're a real man, you for the people like you is, you always come when the storm is over.
He has
Don't
said
come
that.
when the what?
He has said that.
Man, he ain't say nothing, man.
Yes, he.
They
Oh
ain't
my
say
God.
nothing.
Oh my
When
God.
did he
Yes,
say
he
it?
did.
When did he say
He
it?
has said.
Only time he say something to get some money, man, for a damn case.
Look,
a civil rights
he has
case.
said on a number of occasions that the government, the president, the party in control, they have to do something about, you name whatever the issue is that he's talking about. He has, whether you agree that he's holding people responsible, but he said that something must be done.
Okay, why he don't push the issue on it then?
What do you mean push the issue? What
I'm
do you
saying
want him to
you
do?
push the
You
issue.
want, hold on, hold on. So you think he should be able, Al Sharpton should go to the White
Martin Luther
House.
King gone.
Al
Martin Luther
Sharpton.
King gone.
I didn't say Martin Luther King.
Jesse got
So
dementia.
you believe?
So you the only one.
Oh my God. So you believe Al Sharpton should go to the White House?
He's the only one leading, right?
Can I
He's
get
the only one.
Can I? No, he's not. But can I get the question out?
Go ahead, man.
Do you're suggesting that what Al Sharpton should go to the White House, have a meeting with Joe Biden, and
Man, he got a 911 speed dial call for him. He got him on speed dial.
you still won't let me
He can
finish
hit
the
that
question.
button.
You don't want me
No,
to finish
because
the
you gotta-
question.
Go ahead, man.
What should he do when he get him on the phone? What should he do when he
Man.
get him face to face? Just sock him in the face until he do something? What do you want to see him do?
You better come at him with a raw, mad face Russian, like somebody stole from your mom.
So you want to
and beat
just
her up.
have a mad face?
No, come with a little Negro attitude, like, listen here, Bite. Check this out, man. Man, there's too many people down here. My black folks suffering, and we tired of this. We've been going through it 400 years, and he go get him in the corner. But you think Biden gonna live? He go laugh it off. That's
So
what he
then,
gonna
all right.
do.
So then, once he laugh it off, what should Al Sharpton do?
Hey, go back to the drawing board. Get the Republicans, whoever. Put all of them in the chamber with you and everything. Hey, man, we got to do something about this. Hey, they need to sit down like, hell with Israel, hell with them Palestinians, because they don't care about us.
And then when the Republicans,
them Jews and
and
all
then
that,
when the
them
Republicans decide that they're not going to do anything, then what should he do?
Jews, don't go vote. Don't go to none of their restaurant, none of that. They boycott y'all restaurant or whatever. They ain't go to y'all's back in the day. Don't go to that. It's something that can be done.
Do you go to restaurants?
No, not like that.
Okay.
No,
No, that's
I
cool.
cook at home.
You don't
I
go to
don't go to a
restaurants.
restaurant. No, if I do, I go to a black person restaurant.
All right.
Yeah, I don't go to them Applebee's, none of that crazy stuff. I don't deal with that.
All right.
McDonald's, none of that. I don't deal with that. I cook at home, man.
All right. Hey,
Yeah, man.
I don't have a
but
problem
still,
with that. And you
still, man, real talk, man. All BS aside, man. I'm the only way. I talk to the OGs, man.
Oh.
People 60, 70 years old that was in the game and everything. I talk to them, and I get if they give me advice or whatever, and I listen to them and everything. I'm like, folks, what we got to do, man? And they say, man, we working on it right now. What they mad about, Johnson, the mayor of Chicago, and everything, he let that ride behind closed door. You had a building that's been shut down for 60-some years or whatever, but here come these clowns and everything. They want to come immigrants or whatever. I ain't got no problem with people. I'm not a racist person. I don't got no problem with white folk, yellow, green, whatever. I'm not a racist person. I got people in my family, all type of nationality, whatever. But my thing is this. You let these people come in here and everything and flood this building, and you got homeless under the viaduct on 59th, 63rd, whatever street, whatever, but you ain't doing nothing. Them people so pissed at him, man.
Well, what are the people in your organization? What are they doing about it?
They stepping up, man.
What are they doing?
Stepping up.
Stepping up is what are they doing?
Listen, man, and quit talking.
I'm listening. You ain't saying nothing. What are they doing?
They stepping up right now as we speak.
What are they doing?
They going to the mayor, council, and all aldermen, whatever. Hey, this can't happen. No. Where they go sleep? Where they go? What about the homeless people?
So they talking?
Yeah, and then they about, man, he about to do something. They're
What?
about to do something.
What they about to do?
He about to do something.
What?
He about to tell it. Even the governor spoke up about it. Hey, Biden, hey.
You just keep saying speaking and stepping up, but what are they doing?
It's about to be a change in Chicago, man. If you just listen, let me get it out.
Okay, go ahead, get it out.
See, you always, because of your damn mouth, man.
Go ahead, get it out.
So much and listen.
Get it out.
And I'm trying to say, they about to step up, man, stop all that movement and everything what's going on.
How?
Y'all just because, man, what you want me to break it down, dummy terms, man?
Yes, please, dummy times for me.
See, they about to go to the board, whatever. The government and everything got involved, and the leaders of the gangs got involved, and even the community got involved.
Right.
They want to shut down this lady. Her son been going to the park, recreation and stuff. Like, no, you're not about to stop us from doing this and stuff just to move them in our community. No, that's about to stop.
Right.
So all the gang leaders that I know of, they were saying, yeah, we about to step up. We about to stop this, and all that. And if the mayor don't hear us, he up out of here. They ain't gonna vote for him coming his terms up.
So that's what.
Man, so you trying to take me to court?
Hold on. So that's what they're gonna do? Is they're gonna not vote for the mayor?
If that man let that stuff keep on rising up like that, them immigrants coming in there and clowning like that, and y'all not looking out for the homeless that was already there or whatever, and y'all giving them money and everything, provide for them. And everything, they about to stop all that, man. That's wrong.
And the way that they're going to stop it is they're not going to vote for the mayor.
They go get them out the office.
All right.
Why you think my Mayor Lightfoot did? She ain't stand a chance. They knew what time it was. Oh, you say you go stop the riot. You say you go do this. Oh, you lying, little thing. You got to go. Yeah.
And in your mind,
don't play. My city is gangster, man.
Okay, that sounds gangster to me.
My city is gangster.
That sounds gangster.
Trying to tell you, yeah, I know it is. I know plenty of politicians got paid on the table. We want to move in our day. We had a movement, man.
But
hey,
just
this.
hold on, but twin. Just so I'm clear, you don't believe in voting, but you believe that the way to make change is to not vote for people.
You said what?
You don't believe in voting, but you believe the way to make change is to not vote for certain people.
Yeah, because you go sit up there and manual.
But don't you realize that doesn't make sense? If you don't vote in the first place, the threat to withhold your vote doesn't mean anything.
I voted for him because he was black. I voted for him because I thought you was gonna make change to help the black community out. That's the only way I voted for you, clown. You ain't take heed to nothing. And them people in Chicago was mad fun.
All right.
I met Obama and right there at Bug People Parade before he came out.
I don't know that you
I
met
met him and everything. I told him, I hope you do a good job. He say, thank you, my brother.
All right.
I met him.
You saw him. You know what I'm saying?
You said, well,
Nothing.
you said, I'm
Nothing.
sorry.
Nothing. I said nothing.
You said something goofy, didn't
I said nothing.
you?
But
Man, no, what you say, man?
But here's what I want you to understand, or I wanted you to
I'm
try
not
to understand.
nothing you saying.
I want
because
you to try to, I believe that. I want you to try to understand this, twin. Try to understand this. If you don't vote, then the threat to withhold your vote means nothing.
If you can go in there and change the Constitution like Trump did, you think our vote go count, man?
Trump did not change the Constitution.
So what he do? Didn't he change Roe versus Wade or something?
No, he didn't.
So what he do?
He was the president.
Man, there you go. He went up in there and changed the Constitution.
He did not change the Constitution.
It was in the game for 50 years and he changed it, man. Come on now, man.
He did not change the Constitution.
So what he do then?
He was the president.
I know he was a damn president, but what didn't he go in there and change the Constitution?
No, he did not change the Constitution.
So what he did then?
I don't know what you want me to say now. I've told you what he did. He did not change the Constitution.
I could have sworn he overturned that Roe versus Wade.
Okay, here's what let me try to help you understand that. He appointed some Supreme Court justices, and eventually the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade, which is still not changing the Constitution. It's just a different interpretation of the same Constitution.
So they changed Roe versus Wade.
The Supreme Court made a ruling.
Heads up to do that.
Say that again.
Didn't he give him the heads up to do that?
He appointed some justices that lean that way.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But that still didn't change the Constitution.
Didn't they change it though?
No.
What they do then?
I just told you.
I don't think you know what you're talking about. I could have sworn they changed that Roe versus Wade.
They did, but that's not in the Constitution.
What is it then?
That is a ruling that was made, like you say, some 50-something years ago, where people say what the Supreme Court does is you bring them a case and they interpret.
What is it, amendment or something? It wasn't an amendment or something.
No, they interpret the Constitution to decide who wins or loses that particular case. So to determine, whether or not this is constitutional or whether or not that is constitutional. But it doesn't change the Constitution. It just.
I thought he changed the Constitution.
No, he didn't change the Constitution.
Yeah, yeah. All right, then I'm gonna holler at you. When you on Monday?
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm gonna holler at you Monday. So you're a clown too, man. Try to change everything around what I say. I know he try to give me like a jizz. Okay. It's cool though. I'll let you, man.
All right, Toy. All right. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what to say. I just try to tell her it's not a gang. He said they not a gang. He say they not a gang. He say don't vote. But the way to make change is to withhold your vote. Drop squad 52. Drop squad 52. Mr. Squad. Hello? I don't know what happened. But yeah, you can't look. Hello?
Manuel.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man? That was my fault. I had a senior moment. That's it. That's
All
it.
right. What's on your
But
mind?
bro, hey, I've been listening to the show for like the last 15, 20 minutes with you and Twin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you were saying that our votes don't count. That was the beginning when I turned you on.
All right. So you need context for that.
Yeah, I wanted to know what's the question of the day? Because I don't just want to come in here with no crazy shit. And before we go there, shout out to all the people in the chat. Go ahead, Emanuel. What's the question?
There is no particular question of the day. The context surrounding the your vote don't count was Twin said that your vote doesn't count. He was basically saying, why vote when your vote don't count anyway? And so I was trying to take that and use it to show him how flawed that logic is.
Well, there is some truth to his logic. And the way it works is, Emanuel, let's say you have 1 million registered voters, okay? And when the polls close, one candidate has 800,000 votes, okay? So you still have 200,000 votes that are either going to the opponent or to some other person that's on the ballot. Am I correct?
Well, I think your question is flawed, but I'm going to accept that it's correct. You said 1 million registered voters, but that doesn't necessarily mean that everyone who registered to vote actually votes. So that doesn't. So
but
it's
that's
not
why
necessarily.
I did it that way. That's why I did it that way, because only people who are registered can vote. So,
but it doesn't mean that they will.
Huh?
But it doesn't mean that they will. All registered voters typically don't vote in any election.
Yeah, I know. Everybody know that, Emanuel. Even Twin know that.
Right.
But
So
for the sake of this analogy, to show you that there is some logic in what Twin was saying about a lot of people feel that their vote doesn't count, and I just wanted to express to you an analogy that proves that logic. Okay, back to where I was.
But hold on, before you go there, I understand that a lot of people feel that their vote doesn't count. But that's not what we're arguing, because people can feel whatever they want to feel. I mean, I feel like a woman, but I'm actually a man. I feel like a man, but I'm actually a woman. If we're not debating if people feel like their vote doesn't count. If we're debating anything, it would be the notion that you shouldn't vote because your vote doesn't count anyway.
No, right. You're right. That part you said at the end, yeah, that's irrational logic. That doesn't make any sense. But the part about people feeling that their vote doesn't count, it could go two different ways. And the way that I'm getting ready, if you let me finish explaining, and then the way that people like Twin think. So like I said, 1 million people voted. You got polls closed. 1 million people registered, voted. Polls closed. You start counting the votes. You get up to 800,000, and one guy has all of those votes.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to continue to count the other 200,000 because the winner has already been declared. Now, the other way, that's probably the way Twin and a lot of black people think, and you compare it to the people in Chicago. When those people at those public forums say, I supported Mayor Johnson, and he's not here for us, when all these immigrants getting all the damn sugar, and we ain't getting none of it. Or our sugar done been cut in half. That's what I think Twin is talking about. And a lot of black people in 2023, Emanuel, feel that their vote for Joe Biden, just to get rid of Trump, it didn't even count. And if you want me to explain that, I can. But I just wanted to throw that in there.
Well, because I do want you to explain that, but before you explain that, the first piece that you brought up, the idea that once you get to 800,000 votes and there's no reason to count the rest of the votes, but they do. They don't just stop counting. They continue to count. Now, it's logical and reasonable to, if 1 million people voted, once you get to 500,001, to say we got a winner. But you still don't.
Wait, hold on, Manuel. The reason I chose that margin, because in most states, if it's as close as you say, 51-49, that automatically triggers a recount. And then that's where all the shenanigans come in.
Right, but that wasn't the point that I was making. The point that I was making was about your point that there's no reason to continue to count. And when you say that, I got the feeling that, or someone could easily hear that, because there's actually a guy, Jimmy the Vet, who used to call and swear up and down that once one party concedes the race, they stop counting. And that's just not true. They continue the count.
Emmanuel, we live in different time zones, okay? We're talking about national elections. So if you announce before the polls close in California, and you got the polls that is already closed in Florida or Ohio, you can't announce or declare a winner, because the people on the West Coast, they're going to be like, what the hell I'm voting for? My vote ain't going to count.
Not the point.
You see?
Again, not the point. The point being floating the idea that once they've decided who they believe the winner is going to be, once they've projected a winner, or once a candidate has conceded, that they stop counting votes. That's not true. That's not the way it works. And I don't like putting that idea out there. Number one, because it's not true. Number two, because it's foolish.
Again, it's not. It's really not foolishness.
It is. It's 100% foolishness. Hold on. Okay, let me ask you this: Do you believe that whatever the race is, once someone concedes the race, that they don't count any more votes?
Well, I'm specifically talking about a national presidential election.
All right, it doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter. So you believe that if at 9:00 Donald Trump concedes, they just stop counting? You believe that?
Well, no.
Exactly.
That's not how it works, Manuel.
Exactly.
I don't even know why you even brought that up.
Because that's what I said, and you keep fighting me on that, on the simple logic that's not factually accurate.
Manuel, it's 2023, okay? Every election campaign have their people on the ground. They would know what the tally is based on the return, right? Because everybody, when all the votes are turned in, they know how many they got. Now they just got to open them up and find out who got what vote. So every camp so they know what the numbers are. So if they know that I registered 1 million and you registered 1 million, and all of mine are in and yours aren't, then yeah, a campaign may feel the need to come out and announce that they're looking good, but we ain't going to, they still got to count it. But according to our numbers, we got this thing locked up. Because, matter of fact, Trump did it in 2020 after Florida. Remember, he said he went to bed, he was ahead, he woke up, he lost. So, but see, Emmanuel, again, I'm just saying, I understand where a lot of black people come from when they make that statement, Emmanuel. It's understandable, because it's only been 3 short years that black voters can see their life is way different than when Trump was in charge. Forget all the shit that the media says about Trump. Think about the way people are living on the ground.
People seem to be living all right on the ground.
And it's not a good look.
It actually looks like a good look to me.
For Democrats, for black folks.
Yes.
You think they ready? Wait, hold up, Manuel. Do you think they're fired up and ready to vote?
Yes.
For who? Trump?
Against Trump, yes.
Well, did you know yesterday or today, another Democrat congressman announced that he's going to, try to take Joe Biden's nomination away?
Uh-huh.
You heard about that, right?
Yeah, I talked about it.
Okay. That's all I'm
now,
saying.
I'm
So
very
now
curious. What point do you think that makes?
It means where's the money going? Where are the donors going?
Well,
This
again,
is not 2020.
hold on. Again, what point does that make? Somebody announces that they're going to run for president, and in your mind, that means what? Because your point was black people are not fired up to vote Democratic, and the proof or the evidence that you bring to prove that is another person decided that they're going to run for the Democratic nomination. How does that prove your point?
Okay, I'll use Cincinnati as an example. Okay, you had a white mayor, right? He got the black vote to get in. He didn't do what he's supposed to do. He bringing immigrants in. He putting them in all the places that black folks been trying to get. And all these issues, black folks saying that they ain't happy. So what the Democrats do, because a Republican knows he can't come in there and beat that guy. So what the Democrats do, they bring another Democrat in and say, I understand where you coming from. See, I'm going to work harder than that Democrat because I got a seat at the table. I got this connection. I got that connection. And that's how they do it. That's how black voters have been used
using that logic,
50 years.
Using that logic, and let me define.
It's not logic.
You're right. It's not.
That's the way it works in the Democrat precinct.
So let me define the logic that you just used. The logic that you just used is if someone is challenging the front runner, in this case, that front runner happens to be the incumbent, then that means that they've lost support in the party.
Yes,
now,
that means that.
Right. How many people?
Polling,
hold on. So how many people on the Republican side are challenging Donald Trump?
None.
There are no challengers. No one's running for president on the Republican side other than Donald Trump.
Emanuel, he got a 40 point lead.
That wasn't the question. I didn't ask about the polls. I asked how many people are challenging him for the nomination.
I think right now, because Larry Elder, the black face of white supremacy out here in California, he dropped out today. So now I think it's down to 5.
All right. So now again, let's apply the same logic on both sides. If someone is challenging for the Democratic nomination, that is somehow proof that the party has lost faith in Joe Biden. But on the Republican side, you believe that if 5 people are challenging Donald Trump for the nomination, that means that they're galvanized in support of Donald Trump?
No, it's different. Donald Trump is not the president this time, Emanuel.
And
Joe Biden is the incumbent.
And
he's the incumbent. You hardly ever look how.
I'll agree with you there. You hardly ever see it, but it's not that you never see it.
Manuel, I don't want to be us going back and forth like this because
that's a conversation, bro.
Your memory is short. Look how the Democrat Party treated Robert F. Kennedy, Emanuel. He had to go independent.
Which wouldn't that be the opposite of proving your point?
No, bro. Listen.
What? I'm listening.
See,
you're not making sense. It's not that I'm not listening.
No. See, now I understand where Twin was coming from. Because I remember from listening to the Buzz. I remember Twin.
Okay.
See, Emanuel, you can't do that with me. Okay.
Do what? Ask you to make sense.
I see politics as strategy because you know as well as I do. Politics is not about the truth. It's about what you can get people to believe. So one party You have to have a strategy to accomplish that. And if you look, like I said, you see what's happening on the Democrat side when people came out to challenge Joe Biden. It was Marianne Williamson. Remember her? The one that was talking about reparations and weed in 2020. You got Cornel West, and you had Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the one who had the most shine. Democrats made his ass run to the independent.
So what's
but if he's on the ballot,
what point
he's gonna pull votes from the Democrat incumbent president.
What point do you believe that you're making right now?
My point is, black people who vote Democrat and who voted in 2020 for Joe Biden because the Democrat Party told them that Trump was evil, he was going to destroy America. And now, after 3 years of Joe Biden, they're saying, well, wait a damn minute. It's all hell breaking loose all across the world. Immigrants just running crazy all
Who
over
is
the black
saying
community.
this? Hold on. Who is saying this?
I see it on Twitter. I see it on YouTube. I see it on all the cable news channels.
Percentage-wise,
local news.
Hold on. Just in your mind. In your mind.
No, it's what I'm seeing, Emanuel.
In your mind.
What I see.
Hold on. In your mind, percentage-wise, the stuff that you've seen on Twitter, what percentage is that of registered black voters in America?
I have no way of answering that question.
Come on, is it more than 10%?
How would I know? That's some internal Twitter shit.
No, I'm asking you. You said you've seen it. You know what you've seen, right?
Yeah.
Right. So what you've seen, what percentage of the registered black voters in America would you say that you've seen say on Twitter or wherever that they're voting against Biden? What percentage?
Okay, for one, there's one called More Blacks for Trump.
I didn't ask you the names of any organizations. I asked you a simple question. What percentage of black registered voters have you seen saying this?
Emmanuel, nobody says what party they're registered with.
It doesn't matter.
Thing.
I'm not asking you about that. I'm asking you because you know what you've seen, right?
If they're black or not.
Hold on. Do you know what you've seen? You can't come here.
I'm talking.
Hold on. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what you can't do here. All right. You can't
do it either.
You
it's
can't come here and represent because you made the point that all of these people are moving, all of these black people are moving away from the Democratic Party and they all gonna vote for Trump.
You never heard me say,
you just said it. You just said, yes, you did. You just said you see it all the time on Twitter.
But see, Manuel, I know this is what you do. This is your tactic.
Asking questions and expecting logical, reasonable answers. Yes, that is my tactic.
Right, because see how you interrupted me when I was about to expose you.
No, don't expose me. Oh, no, let me cover up. Don't expose me.
You play intellectual checkers with Twin.
If I played intellectual checkers with Twin, I think it's intellectual tic-tac-toe with you because you're not making any sense.
Bro, you can create any line of questioning that you want. You the host of the show. Okay,
bro. But I'm just asking you about what you said.
The fact that I can't answer your question takes no credibility from my opinion.
100% it does. 100% it does.
I see on my Twitter feed.
If I come to you, that's right. What percentage? If I come to you and I tell you that the majority, the white people are not voting for Trump this year, and you say, where you get that from? And I'm like, look, you know how many white people I've seen out on Twitter saying they not gonna vote for Trump? That's somehow proof that white people don't support Trump no more. You would have to ask me. It's reasonable to say, well, how many white people did you see saying this? And what percentage of the actual electorate is that? That's just reasonable. Yes, that was your point. Black people are not supporting Democrats. And the proof of that, at least in your mind, the proof of that is because you've seen a few people on Twitter say it.
No, because again, you put words into my mouth when you say, "Oh, he said X, Y, and Z."
Then what
But the people who listening,
they heard you say it. But so let me give you an
listening,
opportunity to clarify anything that I've misstated that you said. Please clarify.
Okay. First of all, I said that I understand why people like Twin feel that their vote doesn't count. And then I went into the Biden administration only being 3 years removed from the Trump administration. Black people are saying, damn, shit wasn't like this. And the fact that you have people from the Democratic Party challenging the incumbent. That tells me the Democrat Party understands. Where's your boy who's in charge of the DCCC? I can't think of his name. He running around with his chest poked out because Joe Biden won in 2020 when they was ready to dump him. But my point is, Emanuel.
Wait, well, hold on, wait. Before you get to that point, you said black people are saying, "Damn, shit wasn't like this," and now there's somebody challenging Joe Biden for the nomination, and you said that proves. What does that prove to you?
That proves that those people, RFK, Cornel West, and now this other guy, Phillips, they're going to pull votes from Joe Biden, not Donald Trump. Come on, Manuel, that's obvious because
it's not obvious.
Money.
It is not obvious. Some of RFK Jr.'s policies align much more with Donald Trump than with Joe Biden, and so it's conceivable that RFK Jr. will, if Donald Trump gets the nomination, pull votes from Donald Trump.
Of course that's possible. It's an election.
Then how could you possibly say, you just finished saying, oh my God, no, I don't know that you listen to yourself. You just finished saying that this is proof that these people are going to pull votes from Joe Biden. You said that. I wrote it down. You can't, this time you can't say, you're putting words in my mouth. You said these people are going to pull votes from Joe Biden. But they're going to pull votes from Trump, too.
I explained to you why black Democrats might be feeling like their vote did not count.
All right.
Well, that's all I was explaining, bro.
That wasn't all.
Look at it.
That wasn't all you was explaining. You came in with some nonsensical theory. Actually, you came in with some misinformation in an attempt to trick people into believing that there's this super great move against the Democrats by black people, and that the majority of black people are shifting to the Republican Party to try to do that. You remember this commercial? I'm a pepper, you're a pepper, she's a pepper, he's a pepper. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? You remember that commercial? See, I understand the tactic that you're trying to do. If you can convince black people that there's this huge wave of black people that are about to vote for Republicans, you're saying, hey, they're all doing it. Don't you want to be a part of this bandwagon and vote for Donald Trump too, or get left behind with the Democrats? I understand the whole bandwagon premise that you was trying to float. I'm just not going to sit here and let you float it without challenging it and showing how ridiculous of a theory it is when you can't even say that what percentage of all of these black people that you keep proclaiming are about to vote for Trump, what percentage they are of the black electorate. I'm not falling for that trick.
Okay, I'm gonna explain it, and then I'm gonna get off the phone. Okay, this is why. Okay, when the largest voting bloc for the Democrat Party, which is the black registered voters, show up for Democrats during presidential elections, above 87%, Democrats do not lose. Okay, now when you have an incumbent president who is as shaky with his economy, with his border, with issues directly affecting those constituents, they will stay at home, Emanuel. But the party knows we got to get these Democrats, these black Democrats, to the polls So we got to offer them some alternative, and then maybe, hopefully, when they show up, that those votes from those other candidates.
I can tell that even
hurt
while you're saying it,
our
you
candidate.
realize how illogical and unreasonable what you're saying is. It
No, but I
doesn't
can give you an
it-
example.
No,
I can
it
give you an
doesn't
example.
make
You ready for
sense.
the year?
Hold
You ready
on,
for the year?
hold on. Give me the
I told you I'm
example.
getting ready to
Give
hang
me the
up.
example
Let me
after
just
I
tell
expose the lack of reason in what you
No,
just
you ain't
said.
trying to keep me on the phone.
So
Listen.
what you just said is if I can get black people to the polls in the primary to vote against Joe Biden, that somehow that's gonna activate them to vote for Joe Biden in the general election. That makes no
Manuel.
sense.
Manuel, listen. Manuel, just like Twin was saying, it's other shit on the ballot that they need people to show up. But when you have a disaster at the top of the ticket, Emanuel, do you understand where I'm coming from now?
No.
They have to put shit on the ballot to get people to show up.
What are they putting on the ballot to get people to show up?
Because their president.
What are they putting on the ballot to get people to show up?
Well, I know in Cincinnati, I think they got weed on the ballot. Out here in California, I think it's other shit that's local that'll be on the 2024 presidential ballot.
And
okay?
and why
That's
are the
why
Republicans putting stuff on the ballot?
It's always about turnout.
Right.
Emmanuel, that's what this
So
conversation
again,
is about.
there's no what you're saying is very much unreasonable. It's a wash.
Okay,
If the
Emmanuel,
Democrats
can I
are
say
putting
this?
stuff on the ballot and the Republicans are putting stuff on the ballot, both in an attempt to drive up the turnout so that they can win, it ends up being a wash. And I still don't understand how this points to black people leaving the Democratic Party in droves to vote for Donald Trump, which you keep saying.
Again, there you go, adding. I didn't say nothing about no droves. That's your opinion. But you make.
Oh, that's right,
because
because you couldn't give us a percentage. You made it seem like it's in droves until I asked you what the percentage is.
Power over you, Manuel, because you're not giving your audience the consideration that they're smart enough to listen to what I'm saying, to Google it. You and other black hosts of traditional black radio always treat their audience as a bunch of people who need to be guided somewhere.
Well, no, I'm not treating them. I believe wholeheartedly that they see through the nonsense. I'm trying to get you to see that I see through the nonsense that you spew. That's what I'm doing.
See how I triggered you?
You didn't trigger me. You don't have the capacity to trigger me.
Emmanuel, you sat here and said that there are people in your audience that are falling for my rhetoric.
I didn't say that.
Something like that.
No. I said we're not falling for that nonsense. That's what I said.
Manuel, again, brother, I could give you the example of where black Democrats, especially for president, they decided to stay home. Yeah. It just happened recently in 2016. Hillary only got 87% of the black vote. Plus, it was Jill Stein that was also on the ballot that took votes away from Hillary. And that's how you got the first gangster president, Donald John Trump. So we're going to have a rematch, Emmanuel.
All right.
There's going to be the rematch. Mm-hmm. But the only thing that can happen that won't happen is if something happens to Joe Biden because of his rapidly progressing age and cognitive skills.
Along with Donald Trump's.
I don't know.
Donald Trump is aging just as fast, and his cognitive skills are degressing just as fast.
Hey, brother, you're entitled to your opinion, but it's just getting started. Like I said, the people in the party, they see that Joe Biden ain't the one to get people to turn out in 2024. So thanks for taking my call, Emmanuel. I love it, especially when I catch you and you're talking about politics, my brother.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. Peace out, Emmanuel.
All right. Yeah, nobody falling for that stuff. We know that trick. We know the trick. We all learned in marketing class about, I don't even think I learned that in marketing class. I learned that like in junior high school. And then you come here and you say, hey, all of these people are all these black people. It's all over the place. They gonna vote for Trump this time. They are leaving the Democratic Party. All right, what percentage? What? Huh? What? I see it on Twitter. All right, how many? I'm supposed to count them? You should have an idea. Because I think if you're talking about less than 1%, what are you really talking about? What are you really talking about? I see this groundswell. Oh, a groundswell. What percentage of the people? It's like a percent. You're not talking. You're just saying stuff. And again, some people might fall for that, but we don't fall for that over here. And I'm going to tell you this right now, whether you agree with me or whether you disagree with me, if you call in here, there's a good chance I'm going to challenge what you're saying. It's a good chance I'm going to challenge what you're saying. I ain't scared of you. I ain't trying to, oh, your audience don't need to be guided, but you trying to guide them. Well, I'm going to challenge you, especially when what you're saying makes no sense. All right, y'all. I got to get ready to get out of here. My time is up. I told y'all it was going to be a short show. And I started late. I'm kind of ending on time. That makes a short show. But I got to get ready to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Again, if you didn't hear earlier in the show, it's a request. Just pray for Sterling. Healing. Sterling, like silver, sterling. For healing. You know, God gonna do what God gonna do. And if you don't believe in God and all that stuff, then, don't worry about it. But if you do, it would be nice. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I want everybody to have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. All right? Until LaDonna says, who is that? He's a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, and he's in a position where he needs healing. That's it. I want everybody to have a wonderful weekend. As you are out and about, if you are out and about, do me a favor. Be the reason that somebody smiles. My name is Emanuel Livingston. Until next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.